There's no calling me darling, no, I'll see you in the morning. It's just the sound of heartache as I roll away. We'll be singing our songs all night long. You're holding my heart in your palm, running my hands through your dark hair, wishing you would change. But I'm wasted on your love. Well, I'm driving away. Well, I'm wasted on your love. Well, I'm driving away. Cigarettes on my dash, who's gripping the wheel? I'm going way too fast. Well, I'm leaving it all in the past, but I'm wondering what you'd say. 'Cause trying to control the weather would be easier and so much better than tugging at your heartstrings, wanting you to play. But I'm wasted on your love. But I'm driving away. Well, I'm wasted on your love. Well, I'm driving away. Well, my heart says turn around, but my head prevails and I stand my ground. No, you can't hurt me now. Baby, I'm gone. Wasted on your love, I drove away. Standing in my rear view, baby, that's where you're gonna have to stay. There's no calling me darling, no, I'll see you in the morning. It's just the sound of heartache as I roll away. It's just the sound of heartache as I roll away.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
Take me to your darkest room. Close every window and bolt every door. The very first moment I heard your voice, I'd be in darkness no more.
Take me to your most barren desert, 1,000 miles from the nearest sea. The very moment I saw your smile, it would be like heaven to me. There's not any mountain too rugged to climb, no desert too barren to cross. Darling, if you would just show a sign of love, I could bear with all loss. Take me to Siberia in in the coldest weather of the winter time. And it would be just like spring in California, as long as I knew you were mine.
Yes, it would be just like spring in California, as long as I knew you were mine. Take me, take me.
That is a great tune called Take Me, and that is Robert Henry with Georgette Jones, the daughter of the one and only Mr. George Jones, the old possum. That's right. And that is a great tune called Take Me. I'll be interviewing Robert Henry on December the 10th right here on KICR Indie Country Radio. You can check out our full interview schedule on ICTV. That is IndieCountryTelevision.net. That is where our radio website is as well. We are radio, we are television, but tonight we are radio. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. We are KICR Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com. And a big thank you to Henry Archuleta and all the fine folks at KUHS Denver for letting us put our radio program on the airwaves over there. And kicking off the show tonight, Diamonds and Whiskey, and another great tune, Wasted on Your Love. I will be interviewing them coming up as well. Check out that live interview schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of live interviews, I got a couple of good ones tonight. Mr. R.T. Johnson is going to join us tonight, and he'll be talking to us here in about 20 minutes or so. And then an hour after that, I'll be speaking with country music artist Mr. Brandon Bing. It'll be our second time doing a live radio interview. So we've got a great show playing tonight and lots of great new country music for you as well. Speaking of new country music, how about a brand new single from my good buddy from Montgomery, Texas, Mr. Josh Ward. This is called The Cowboy Can on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, KUHSdenver.com.
Not many folks can talk this talk, let alone show up and walk the walk. Grab a hold of that rope with a hand in the air, or strap a guitar on. Most folks jump off when times get tough, but you don't get this way from backing up. Not everyone can hang on tight, but a cowboy can. A cowboy can, a real cowboy will turn his collar up high with his back to the wind and slang that saddle on again. When the nights get cold and the highway never ends, not many folks could live this life, but a cowboy can. I wouldn't wish this on the faint of heart, 'cause I know it ain't for everyone. Some folks might try to look the part, but we don't do this just for fun. It's every part of who I am. I've got no quit running through my veins. It ain't an easy way to make a buck, but at the end of the day, a cowboy can, a real cowboy will turn his collar up high with his back to the wind and slang that saddle on again. When the nights get cold and the highway never ends, not many folks can live this life, but a cowboy can. cowboy can.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Seven miles from nowhere, watching these cars go by. Oh, they go where I'm going. Do they feel the same butterflies? His hands on the wheel, no big deal. Don't know how he acts so calm. With a sexy smile, need the camo cap. He says, you're gonna love my mama. Closer we get, the more I want him to turn his truck around. But then I regret ever backing down.
That is called His Town, and that song was co-written by a friend that we lost to COVID-19 just a few short weeks ago, Mr. John Condrone. Many of you may have known him. He did a radio show as well. He called himself the Songbird. He was also a songwriter, and he also owned Right Sound DJ service, so we sure miss that gentleman. I used to look at his posts religiously. He did a lot of trivia questions early in the morning as well. Mr. John Condrone, co-writer of His Town with Shanda Hopkins, performing it there on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com. Mr. Philip Sanders is live in my chat room right now. How you doing tonight, Philip? Thanks for joining me. And everyone else, thanks for joining us. We got a couple of great live radio interviews coming up here shortly. But first, brand new single from Philip Sanders. See how quick that gets you a play by coming into my live chat room? It is called Drink You Down on Today's Country, KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
Girl, you look good, just sitting there swinging with that sweet iced tea. You just sitting there drinking, pretty as a picture. That's what I'm thinking. There's gotta be a way to bottle up this feeling. Maybe you're like summer rain falling on that oak tree, dancing on them branches, dripping off them green leaves. And if I had a mason jar, I'd fill it up with every single drop that I could find. Oh, as crazy as that sounds, I love to drink you down. like summer rain falling on that oak tree, dancing on them branches, dripping off them green leaves. And if I had a mason jar, I'd fill it up with every single drop that I could find. Oh, as crazy as that sounds, I'd love to drink you down.
What happens when you buy a cheap jingle? Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Just showing and carried off of what we had. You're looking at me like I'm a stranger. I'm feeling like my heart is in danger. I'm slipping in the place where you left me, all alone without a trace of the guy who said that he loved me. I guess what you loved I couldn't be, but every night since mid-February that goodbye still replays. But you're looking at me like I'm a stranger. You're looking at me like I'm a stranger. Rewind, retrace all those words that you say. I've been hanging on ever since, but now I'm here just trying to forget how you picked me up and let me fall. Made the whole feel so small, like you and me were all we'd ever need. But can you show when he carried off what we had? You're looking at me like I'm a stranger. I'm feeling like my heart is in danger. I'm slipping in a place where you left me, all alone without a trace of the guy who said that he loved me. I guess what you loved I couldn't be, but every night since mid-February that goodbye still replays. But you're looking at me like I'm a stranger. Don't try to erase a past you can't change. Look me in my face and pretend that we never had nothing. One day I'll be fine, stare you in the eyes, not even think twice. When I look at you like you're a stranger, I hope you feel your heart is in danger of slipping in the place where you left me, all alone without a trace of the day you said that you loved me. I guess what you loved I couldn't be, but one day you'll find what you should be, a guy who will always stay. When I look at you like you're a stranger, look at you like you're a stranger.
Her name is Riley Madison. She is 14 years old. She's the cousin of a gentleman that I interviewed a few weeks ago. His name is Dustin Chapman. Hopefully you caught that interview. Dustin Chapman Music is where you can find him. He pitched me that song about a week ago, and it is fantastic. Riley Madison, 14 years old. That is called Stranger, her latest single and her first single that she's ever recorded. and there will be more. That young lady is talented. Well, speaking of talent, I've got another young lady that is very talented. She's coming out with some new music very soon, but she is your 2018 Female Vocalist of the Year from the Country Music Channel in Australia. She is from Sydney, Australia, Christy Lamb. This is called Wish You Were a Cowboy on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
I wish this was a western town. You had on dusty boots. Somebody warned me long before you came passing through. Then I'd never seen your face, never would have heard your name. I wouldn't be up all night right now, feeling this way. I wish you were a cowboy. You run off into a sunset with your restless soul and no regrets. You'd be so easy to forget. When you said you love me, I know it's just a lie. You'd hold me all night long, then leave with no goodbye. I wish you were a cowboy. I wish you were a cowboy. Then I'd have seen you smoking gun instead of staring in your eyes. You walking out my door would come as no surprise. 'Cause even if I let you in, I never let you get that far. I know better than to ever let you near my heart. I wish you were a cowboy. You run off into a sunset with your restless soul and no regrets. You'd be so easy to forget. When you said you love me, I know it's just a lie. You'd hold me all night long, then leave with no goodbye. Wish you were a cowboy. I wish you were a cowboy. Oh, I wish you were a cowboy. When you said you love me, I know it's just a lie. You'd hold me all night long, then leave with no goodbye. I wish you were a cowboy. I wish this was a western town and you had on dusty boots. Somebody warned me long before you came passing through.
Once again, your Country Music Channel's Female Vocalist of the Year for 2018, Miss Christy Lamb, and she's probably the last Country Music Channel Female Vocalist of the Year, as they disbanded the Country Music Channel in Sydney, Australia this year. So it was sad to see it go, but boy, they put on a lot of good music and a lot of good performers from Australia. So that's good stuff. But we will still be playing Christy's music, and like I said before, she's going to be coming out with some new stuff very, very soon. Well, we've got a gentleman by the name of R.T. Johnson joining us live tonight that we're going to talk to. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Hope everybody is.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to be with you tonight. We were sure. I've been excited for this interview for quite some time. When I got pitched your music, I heard first song I heard was a couple of we're going to play tonight. Your brand new single, "Your Love Won't Let Me Cheat," is the first one I heard, and I thought, man, this guy's good. Where's he been? And I'm glad to be talking to you.
Yeah, I sure appreciate you having me on there, man. It means a lot to me.
Absolutely. Now, I see that you were from a small town in eastern North Carolina, Askwell. Is that how you say it?
It's called Askew.
Askew. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. You ever heard of ECU College?
Yeah.
I'm about an hour north of that.
Okay.
So yeah, around Greenville, North Carolina, around that area.
So when we say little town, how little are we talking? Do they have a stoplight?
No, sir. If you blink your eyes, you're going through it and I miss it all.
That's what I thought. Okay.
We got a little stop sign. That's about it. There ain't no caution light.
All right. Well, you definitely have the country accent and the voice for country music, man. That's some good stuff. How long you been doing this thing?
I've been playing music about all my life. I started out in church like many of them do. And when my voice, I was singing, I sang in the church until I got a teenager. My voice started changing and I started crackling and I couldn't carry a thing in the bucket, so I'm done with this. And then after high school, I started, I got me in a band again, so I graduated in 2002, so that year I started my band and I've been at it ever since.
Well, nice. Now,
I'm kind of the black sheep. The rest of my family plays in church. But I'm a ball builder.
Yeah. Yep. Now, you got a couple of really good songs here, but you started out, it says in your bio, just playing in the small honky-tonks and bars. And when did you finally decide, hey, I'm going to make this thing happen where I'm going to go in and record a song or two in a recording studio?
Yeah, 2000, I was in a band, and we were real popular, Eastern North Carolina, Southern Virginia, and stuff, and I had written a song back in 2009, and actually we recorded it kind of in the living room of my house, and it wasn't a bad recording, but it sure wasn't nothing like we could have done. But anyway, here in the Husky, the radio station around there, I carried it up down the city one night. Hey man, would you give this a spin? And he's like, absolutely. He's like, anything I can do to help somebody local. So that was in 2014, and we put that on the radio station right there around home. And the name of the song was Firewater, and everybody was digging it. I mean, and like we played a show right there in a Huskies 2 weeks later, and they were packed in the field and lined up around the stuff. And when I played that song, I didn't even know how to sing it. I mean, just in 2 weeks, they were just singing it back to me. They were overpowering me on the mic, and I'm like, you know what? This is it. This is what I want to do. That was in 2014. So that right there is what started me. Well, I always wanted to play music, but I never really looked at it like I'm gonna do it for a career. I always thought I was gonna be a farmer.
Yeah.
But that ain't work out neither. So
that's probably an even tougher way to make a living than being a country music artist is being a farmer, huh?
Yeah. It's we fell on some hard times, but anyway, between that and that song getting that much attention like that, 2014, I decided right then, I'm like, this is what I want to do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to go about doing it, but I'm going to do everything I can and try as hard as I can to make it work. And, I had a lot of people that weren't on the same page with me in the band, and I had to work through that. And, here I am 6 years later. I'm still going, and get a little stronger all the time, and just hopefully things will work out. So.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, man. And we talked just a little bit before we went on the air, and you said you've been really lucky because I'm looking at some names that you've opened for in some shows, and like David Allan Coe, Trick Pony, Blackhawk, Aaron Tippin, John Michael Montgomery. Muscadine Bloodline's a new group that I just started playing here just a little bit. I discovered them on YouTube and some great videos that they've got because we have a TV channel too called Indie Country Television. I got some of their videos playing. You've opened for Parmalee, Confederate Railroad, Emerson Drive, and Mr. Joe Diffie. You told us here just a little bit, or told me a little bit earlier before we went on the air. We sure do miss him, don't we?
Yeah. I've opened up for that broke my heart when I heard the news of that. I mean, that was like, wow, And we done a show one night with Lone Star, Clay Walker, and Peter Carter, and we done one with John Michael Montgomery one night too. That was pretty cool. We played a little amphitheater with them. But I gotta say, man, probably Joe and John, man, John Michael. That was every time I ever got a call for somebody that want me to open up for him, I'm like, I would really want to play with Joe Diffie. And I found out he was coming to the theater in Roanoke Rapids. And, I mean, just as soon as I saw it, I got the phone call. Hey, would you like to open up the Joe Diffie? I'm like, absolutely. I've been there yesterday. So, who would turn that down? So, yeah. And I got him the Sonic guitar, man, and I got that. So that's something that I can choose.
Yep. For the folks out there, RT, we're having just a little bit of trouble hearing you. If you can speak maybe more directly into the phone, it's just a little bit muffled for us.
How about now? Is that better?
That sounds good. We can hear you great right there. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Joe Diffie. I mean, he was the man, boy. He did a lot of good music in the '90s, and you know that music that he made, and a lot of other artists in the '90s. There was some great country, and that's what really got me into country radio. Was in the '90s when Garth Brooks and Toby Keith and those guys were starting to come and get popular. Music that'll stand the test of time, won't it?
You said a mouthful right there. You know, that music will be around a long time.
Yeah.
It won't ever go away. You know, it's good caliber music.
Yep. Now, with all the stuff that is still going on in this pandemic, I realize it's been very hard for you guys to keep doing shows, but it said in your bio that you're working on a brand new album. Has that kind of been put on hold? I know you got 2 singles going here, and there's probably more on the way. Are you still working on that album? Or?
Yes. Album should be... The album, as far as the music and the production on it, is close to being done. I just got to lay my vocals down. But yes, this COVID has set us back.
Yeah, it's a shame. We hope this thing's going to be over with real soon and we get back to some live music. Boy, I know we miss it, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't realize how, you know, sometimes you play and play and play and you play so much you're like, I need a break. But when something like this happens, you know, you don't take it for granted because, you know, I would love to be back playing like I was before.
Yeah. Yep. Now, speaking of playing in a show, now do you play with the full band? And if so, what can we expect to hear? Maybe some cover songs that you like to perform, and of course your originals. What can we expect to see when we go see R.T. Johnson?
Well, my band is all out of Nashville, and I'm getting ready to move back out there. My lead guitar player plays with Alabama, Mr. Kimo Forrest, and I play a lot of stuff. I play a lot of 90s country. That's the kind of style that I'm pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I play some modern stuff that's put out today too, but mostly what I play is try to stick it to that 90s category.
Yeah.
But I mix it. I play anything from Johnny Cash to AC/DC to Alice in Chains. I mean, our live shows, we try to just make the people happy and perform songs that they know and want to hear, and whatever's going to put them on the dance floor.
That is awesome. Yep, and that's what live music's all about, man. If the fans want to hear it, you play it, don't you?
Play it, exactly.
Yep.
I bet you I play Sweet Home Alabama 10 million times, but if they want to hear it, I'll play it 10 million and one. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, if you got Kimo Forrest in your corner, you got a good guy right there. I've interviewed them a couple of times. He's with a band called Cash Creek, and I believe
That's right.
He also plays with Alabama, I believe, doesn't he?
That's right. He's the lead guitar player of Alabama. He's my guitar player.
Yep, that is awesome.
Yeah, he's actually my producer, and he's got me signed to his label, CCP Nashville.
Awesome. Yeah, I've seen they've got some big things going on right now, and you know they're trying to make new music as well, and got some good new stuff out. And we got a couple of videos to some of their music on our TV channel. Love us some Cash Creek. So if you guys haven't checked them out, CashCreekMusic.com is their website.
Absolutely.
Want to hang out over there and check those guys out. Let me ask you this, and I ask this of a lot of folks. I see you've performed with a lot of good folks, but what would be R.T. Johnson's dream gig? If you could either perform with somebody live on stage or open for an artist, either living or who has passed, who would a couple of names be?
One of my dream gigs would be Hank Williams Jr.
There you go.
And the other one would be Waylon Jennings, if that was possible, you know, if he was still living. That's two of my favorite artists.
Yeah. Yeah, Hank Williams Jr. Little bit. What they waited a little too long, but he's getting into the Country Music Hall of Fame this year at the CMA Awards, so that's going to be good stuff. Yeah.
It's long overdue.
Yes, it is very long overdue, and you know, it's just a shame with the way things are right now. You know, I'm a big sports fan, and they pulled his music from Monday Night Football, you know, this year, starting everything out. And it's been some crazy times, but, you know, that with him doing that song that he did, that was Monday Night Football for a lot of years to me.
Yeah, I mean, he even had shirts made with it. You know, that was the game.
Yep.
And,
yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, what so far has been your favorite live performance that you've done, or maybe a favorite venue that you've had in your performances that you're really missing right now?
I played the Roanoke Rapids Theater a lot, and they bring a lot of acts in there, and I get a chance to open up for them. Diamond Rio, I played with them one night in there. That was
nice.
That was a pretty good time. And I played with Marshall Tucker and Diamond Rio in there, and but I really enjoyed going out to Nashville and playing at Music City Bar and Grill.
Uh-huh.
And the Cache Creek, they do a Cache Creek Club live there. And matter of fact, they're going to start back the first Wednesday night in December. I think it's December the 2nd. And they'll have Larry Stewart come in there and play.
Okay.
And
he's from Shenandoah, right?
No,
Or is it
he's
Diamond
from
Rio?
Restless Heart.
Restless Heart. Okay, yep.
Restless Heart, yep.
I knew it was one of those 90s bands.
Yeah.
Larry Stewart. Yeah, I think I got one of his videos on too. A guy pitched me the other day, not too long ago. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Yep. Let me ask you now. Are you married and have kids? And if so, are any of them inclined in music like you?
Yes, I am married. The girl I married, she had 3 kids when I married her, and ever since I've been there, every one of them loves music. One of them's 13, one's 8, and one's 2. And the little 2-year-old, she runs around the house singing "My Thirsty Weather." Every time I pick my guitar, she says, I want to hear Thirsty Weather. Or I want to hear Love Let Me Cheat. You know, that's how she'll say it. And I start playing them songs, and she goes all to pieces, dancing around, jumping up and down. And my little boy, he's trying to learn how to play the guitar. I fixed him up a guitar the other day, and he's wanting to start learning. And matter of fact, the 13-year-old, she has got a beautiful voice, and she's really, really starting to sing a lot around home. And I'm gonna try. I got to try to get her nerves off, and so she can start performing some.
Hey, if she ever gets in the recording studio, just right before you came on with me, a couple of songs before you came on, I played a young lady for the first time that's 14 years old. Riley Madison's her name. She's amazing. She's going to do quite well in country music. But, yeah, she went into the studio and recorded her first song at 14. And I've had that a lot on this program, 12, 14, 16. There's just a lot of young talent out there, and that's good stuff. That's why I like to ask those questions, because, Dad, you're raising her right if she loves country music.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing about the talent, there is so much talent out here, but a lot of people, you know, sometimes just don't want it or they're scared, and I get that, but, man, there is a lot of talent out there that needs to be heard. You know, it really does.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know what your take is on this, but, you know, I get a lot of artists that were on talent competitions like NBC's The Voice, American Idol, America's Got Talent. Have you ever had any aspirations to be on one of those shows, or maybe your daughter maybe later on want to do that?
It might, you know, maybe one day she would. I've had a lot of people try to get me to do it, but I don't know. I just ain't never tried it. Never really thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I tell you what, your music's definitely good enough for radio. Whether you ever get that record deal or not, we're going to play it after tonight's interview. I got 2 good ones, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Tell me about songwriting. Did you write both of these or co-write them with somebody?
I did not write either one of those.
Okay.
Dylan Carmichael, which is John Michael Montgomery and Eddie Montgomery from Montgomery Gentry's nephew.
Uh-huh.
He wrote Thirsty Weather, and I got that one pitched to me to record. And the other one, when I was staying in Nashville last year before the COVID happened, I was out there and Kimo was like, hey, man, he said, I got this song that I would love for you to come lay vocals on. It's a demo. You know, they're going to get it done to be pitched out. And I said, okay. So I went over there and I laid the vocals down on it. We got to listen to it. He's like, man, that sounds pretty good, man. He said, that's you right there.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it just wound up being my next single. You know, it's kind of an accident, but yeah, I do write. I got on my EP that I put out. I got 3 up there that I was, took part in the writing, and they're available on the digital outlets or whatever.
Okay. Well, we'll promote you here in just a minute as far as your social media and everything. I want to ask you about all that here in just a minute. If you can hang out with us a little bit longer, and I want to play your song. But first, I want to ask you one thing. Jana Johnson's in here listening to us, and she's the one that kind of helped me set this interview up tonight. She knows Cache Creek really well. How did you meet Kimo Forrest? How did you guys get hooked up?
When I played that show with John Michael Montgomery, their sound man, Kirk Willie, he was sitting in there and he listened to us play, and he really liked what he heard. He walked up to us at the end of the night. He's like, hey man, he said, I got this recording studio in Kentucky. I'd love to see what we could put out. And he gave me his, we exchanged numbers, and he told me he was gonna call me, and he made the phone call, and he called me.
Uh-huh.
And so with that being said, Kimo and Kirk knew each other because Kimo used to play with John Michael Montgomery too, and so that's how they knew one another.
Wow.
And they were kind of in business together with the recording. And so he told me, like, man, the guy that played lead guitar on your record plays with Alabama, because I was asking him, I'm like, who played on the record or whatever. And so I'm sitting there in Virginia Beach, and I'm at the Alabama concert, and I look, and I'm up there, and I can pick out a guitar tone just like people can pick out folks that's talking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard Kimo playing the guitar, and I told my wife at the time, I said, that guy played on my record. She said, there ain't no way. I said, I'm telling you, that's the guitar tone that played on my record. So I took a picture, and I sent it to Kirk. I said, is this Kimo? Is this the guy, you were saying played on my record? And he's like, yeah, that's him. So that's how I found that out. And then after that, Kimo got my number, and me and him just started, texting back and forth and become friends, and now he's playing with me. So
that is awesome. I did not realize, you taught me something tonight. I didn't know he played with John Michael Montgomery and things like that. So, it's funny how this business is. You got people that know big people in the industry or who have done these things with these people, and they're friends with me. And Garth Brooks, he's got all these friends in low places. I got him in high places. I got you and Kimo Forrest, man. he can keep his friends in low places.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Well, we're going to play your song, Love Won't Let Me Cheat. It's R.T. Johnson, and then we'll come back and talk just a little bit more on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHF-Denver.com.
For some time you've been uneasy, and you won't tell me why. When I come home from working late nights, you hold me close and start to cry. Always asking, do I love you? I learned the reason just today. A so-called friend said I was cheating, and this is all I have to say. Your love won't let me cheat on you. To lose your trust, I'd rather die. So listen to your heart, girl, and not somebody's lies. You know me better than that, baby. After all that we've been through, I can't be anything but faithful. tossed around like dimes. I took a vow I mean to keep, babe, one that'll stand the test of time. We're gonna ride off in the sunset, arm in arm and hand in hand, the way they do in those old movies. Damn the lights and cue the band. Your love won't let me cheat on you. To lose your trust I'd rather die. So listen to your heart, girl, and not somebody's lies. You know me better than that, baby. After all that we've been through, I can't be anything but faithful. Your love won't let me cheat on you. I promise, darling, I'm still faithful. Your love won't let me cheat on you.
His name is R.T. Johnson. That is called Your Love Won't Let Me Cheat, his brand new single, and they are loving it, man. In the chat room, you get instant feedback on a song, and everybody's loving it. They said that is some real good traditional country music, so good job on that.
Thank you, sir. Tell everybody I said what I reckon I could tell them. Thank y'all, everybody.
There you go. You just did. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, would you call yourself a traditional country music artist? Is that kind of what you want to stay with?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up listening. Actually grew up on Jerry Clower and Hank Singer, and I've always loved that type of singing. You know, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, all that stuff like that. But I want to take that and kind of, that's kind of the way, the way my voice is. And I kind of want to do that with a little bit more upbeat, modern stuff, kind of have a style, outlaw meets 90s country meets a little bit of the day.
There you go. I love it.
Kind of put it all together.
Yep. I call this show Today's Country, and, the new stuff, that is today's country. And most of the stuff, when I get it, has never been played on the radio a lot of times. I'm a lot of times the first one to debut a brand new song on any radio station. I've been first to interview many artists on the radio, and and that's not me to gloat or anything, but it's just like, after doing this for 8 years, people find me just like you and Chemo hooked up. You get hooked up with somebody that wants to really help you get out there and get the music out there, and that's what I've always been about, man, is supporting the artist. And good music needs to be on the radio, and I told you off the air, how many songs I listen to that don't make it, unfortunately, but I put the best stuff out there.
Yeah, man. Us artists need folks like y'all that'll help us, because to get on a billboard or a main, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. It's
it's a money racket, man.
And that's a shame about where radio is headed in the last several years. It's all about money and marketing, and I know this show goes to iHeartRadio, but I'll just flat out tell you, iHeartRadio right now is $10 billion in debt. I don't owe anybody anything. I pay to be on the radio, to buy the format that we use to broadcast off of, but I'm a debt-free radio station, and we play the good music. It's all about the music to me. It always has been.
Yep.
So congratulations on what you got going on, man. You're terrific. Where can people find R.T. Johnson on social media if they want to purchase your brand new singles?
They can go to my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/R.T. Johnson Music. I'm on Instagram at R.T. Johnson Music, Twitter at R.T. Johnson Music. I'm on finding my music and all my if you want to download my music or stream it, I'm on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, iTunes Music, Google Play, Amazon, all that stuff. I can't think of all of them at the same time, but anyway, the digital outlets.
There you go. Well, we talk about this all the time. Music has gone totally almost digital now. CDs are becoming very hard to sell because in a lot of these new vehicles, they don't even have a CD player in them anymore. And so digital outlets is the way to go. Now, you said you still working on the album. Have you got a title for it picked out yet?
I do not. I don't. I think I got something in my mind that I want, but I got to run it by Chemo and the boys before I can make a decision on it.
Gotcha. So it's that fresh. Okay. Well, good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, man, when that thing gets done and you want to promote it, hit me up again. Let's do this again. It's been fun.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, man, and I will definitely do that.
Absolutely. His name is R.T. Johnson. This is another hit song. It is called Thirsty Weather on KICR Indie Country Radio, KUHFdenver.com. You have a great night. Thank you for a great interview.
Yeah, man. Thank
you. If it's raining or sunny, you're feeling sad or funny, in the city or the country, field or tavern, if you're happy or hurting, insecure or certain, with someone or just flirting, it don't matter. Well, it's always thirsty weather, wherever or whenever. Neither rain or ice or dark or night is gonna keep us from our round. When it's hot, we need a cold one. When it's cold, we want a warm up. Yeah, Mother Nature is always in our favor, and right now it's thirsty weather. You can tap the keg in the parking lot, pass a brown bag, or chug a shot of Jim Beam, Jaeger, Patron, or Bacardi, in a jacket or a t-shirt, in the high-rise or the red dirt. It's always a perfect temperature for a party. It's a party. It's always thirsty weather, wherever or whenever. Neither rain or ice or dark or night is gonna keep us from our round. When it's hot, we need a cold one. When it's cold, we want a warm up. Yeah, Mother Nature is always in our favor, and right now it's thirsty weather. From 6 on the beach in a hurricane, to the simple moonshine and the Smoky Mountain rain. Well, it's always thirsty weather, wherever or whenever. Neither rain or ice or dark or night is gonna keep us from our rain. When it's hot, we need a cold one. When it's cold, we want a warm up. Yeah, Mother Nature is always in our favor, and right now it's thirsty weather. It's always thirsty weather. Well, it's always thirsty weather.
This hour of Today's Country with Tim Kelly is sponsored by OutHouseTickets.com, helping save the small venues. Small event venues have been entirely shut down due to COVID-19. Countless people have lost 100% of their income overnight. It's not only the performers and producers that are affected, thousands of jobs rely on the small venues to survive. Why not donate a few dollars today to help save the small venues and keep live music alive? Visit OutHouseTickets.com to donate today and save the small venues.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Lost in the buzz of a busy street, I never saw the leaves fall. Coffee to wake and some wine to sleep, but I don't feel it at all. You're like the make me wanna slow down. Baby, make it easy. I'll take the long way round, just as long as you're with me. In a city full of neon, burning too bright. Baby, you're my yellow light. You make me wanna slow down. You make me wanna slow down. You make me wanna slow down. We'll take a walk after midnight and stay in bed until noon. Driving the curves of the coastline and trace every inch of you. I like the rush when it's us on a getaway. Soak it up, take it in at our pace. You know how to make my heart beat fast, but time stands still. You make me wanna slow down. Baby, make it easy. I'll take the long way round, just as long as you're with me. In a city full of neon, burning too bright. Baby, you're my yellow light. You make me wanna slow down. 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 Baby, make it easy. I'll take the long way round, just as long as you're with me. In a city full of neon, burning too bright. Baby, you're my yellow light. You make me wanna slow down. You make me wanna slow down. You make me wanna slow down. You make me
They are the great group Gone West. You can check out the video to Slow Down on ICTV. That can be found at IndieCountryTelevision.net. We are up to 480 videos playing around the clock 24/7 on our website, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Welcome to the second hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. KICR Indie Country Radio is who we are. We are also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com. And I just had a fantastic interview with a talented country music artist by the name of R.T. Johnson. Go check him out, like his Facebook page, and purchase his music. Brand new album still in the works, but digitally is the way to go right now, so get his stuff. It is fantastic. Mr. Tyler Braden is up next. This is a great tune called Love is a Dead End Road on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
Thought it was finding someone that was just like me, wanting college football up on the big screen every Saturday all through fall. But no, love is a dead end road. Thought it meant she'd pick a guitar, shoot pool with the boys in a smoky old bar room, and throw 'em back without a second thought. But love is a dead end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Hiding behind the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather around to see little bare feet take the very first step. Talk about it over and over again, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. Well, you got her hand on the hole. Love is is a dead end road. Thought I had it all planned out, who she'd be, where we'd be now, on a right or wrong turn. As it turns out, this old boy found the love is a dead end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to see her high school love take my little girl's hand. White dress, wedding bells, and daddy's last dance. Where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. We got her hand to hold. Love is a dead end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to tell daddy goodbye just one more time. Tears shed for one hell of a life, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. Oh, you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. We got her hand to hold. Love is a dead end road. Love is a dead end road.
I love me some country music.
Hey man, I love country music.
Me too.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Salt on the rim, burning the lips as I reminisce about a fire you lit long ago. Burned me so deep, well, I couldn't find sleep. I tossed in the sheets till I smothered desire out cold. Your every song that strings me along. You're here, then you're gone. You just leave me with stars in my eyes. What good are stars when they're really too far? This liquor is hard, and that tequila sun's on the rise. Tequila sun, tequila sun shines in my face like a sin of heaven. Blinds me to nothing, but man, ain't it something? head full of fear and a heart holding out for the last call. Your every step I stumble to bed, every sip I regret, and every wall I keep falling into. It'll hurt just the same, but for you it's in vain. Just don't mention my name. That tequila sun finds you. Tequila sun, it shines in my face like the sin of heaven. Blinds me to nothing but man, and it's something that tequila sun. Blinds me to nothing but man, and it's something that tequila sun.
Her name is Lindsay Buchanan. That is called Tequila Sun. What a great song. Absolutely. Well, we talked about these next folks a lot in the interview tonight. Mr. Chemo Forrest plays with the band Cash Creek. Their latest single is up right now. We'll send this out to Janet Johnson, listening to us from Alabama. This is called One More Night from Cash Creek on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Lord, please hear my prayer today. Give me all the words to say. Help me change her leaving mind. I'm running out of time. One more night. That's all I need to love her out of leaving me. Please don't give her wings to fly. Keep my angel by my side for one more night. Lord, I know I let her down. I'm so sorry for it now. Please don't let her walk away. I need your help to make her stay. One more night, that's all I need to love her out of leaving me.
Listen to KICR Indie Country Radio 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, powered by Zeno FM. Download the Zeno app wherever you get your apps and search KICR Indie Country Radio.
It's never tasted quite like this, burning down with every sip, innocence and inhibitions lost, crashing through my paper walls, taking over, take it all, oh to hell with consequence or cost. Oh, I'm already gone, so go ahead and wreck me now, tear me to pieces, wear me down, throw my defenses to the ground, keep stealing my sleep, go on and make my heart a mess. I think you might be the death of me, but honestly, baby, it's so sweet. Oh, wreck me. You've tangled up and twisted me like these early morning sheets. No resemblance to the girl I was. And I can't get enough. So go ahead and wreck me now. Tear me to pieces, wear me down. Throw my defenses to the ground. Keep stealing my sleep. Go on and make my heart a mess. I think you might be the death of me, but honestly, baby, it's so sweet. Oh, wreck me. I'm all in with all I am. Never even stood a chance. Baby, there's no going back. No going back. So go ahead and wreck me now. Throw my defenses to the ground. So go ahead and wreck me now. Tear me to pieces, wear me down. Throw my defenses to the ground. Keep stealing my sleep. Go on and make my heart a mess. I think you might be the death of me, but honestly, baby, it's so sweet. Oh, wreck me. Wreck me.
That is the latest single from Jamie O'Neal. It is called Wreck Me, and the video to that one on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. It is fantastic. Love the song, love the video as well. Well, I found this lady by a video and had a great radio interview with her a few weeks ago. Her name is Crystal King. This is called Slow Love on Today's Country. KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHS Denver, playing new country's best. How about the women of new country music? Aren't they fantastic?
There ain't much to do in this small town but hooking up and settling down. So there's some things that you should know from the start. I'm not looking for a one-night fling, not ready for a diamond ring. I want someone who's willing to win my heart, so I hope it's fine if I take my time. I want a slow love, like a long dirt road after dusk, on a sunny night drive, losing track of time, just the two of us. So me, can you get used to this? No need to rush. I wanna slow love, like swaying to an old country song and staying up all night as you go on and on about growing up, working on your daddy's farm. I wanna know everything about you, behind the scars and that tattoo. All I got is time underneath these stars. I wanna slow love, like a long dirt road after dusk. On a Sunday night drive, losing track of time, just the two of us. Slow love, wanted to lean in for a kiss, but waiting for the perfect moment. Tell me, can you get used to this? No need to rush. I wanna slow love. Slow, like a sunset sinking, a southern draw singing, church bells ringing slow, like a front porch swinging when we're old. I wanna slow love, like a long dirt road after dusk. On a Sunday night drive, losing track of time, just the two of us. Slow love, wanted to lean in for a kiss, we're waiting for the perfect moment. Tell me, can you get used to this? No need to rush. No need to rush. I wanna slow love.
That is Crystal King, and like I said, we had a good radio interview a few weeks ago. Her brand new single is called Slow Love, and again, you can check out the video to it on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. We've got Mr. Brandon Bing with us live now, and this is our second interview. Not so long ago that we talked, but good to have you again on the radio, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, Tim. Appreciate you. How you doing?
No problem. We're glad to have you tonight. I'm doing fantastic, man. Always look forward to Thursday and Friday nights when I get to have my fun and do this on the radio.
Hey, it's the best way to go.
That's right, man. You've been very busy. In fact, you just pulled into your house just a minute ago, so.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was telling you off the air, I'm having a hard time keeping up with you on social media because you're getting it going, man. You're between Nashville and Florida all the time, and that's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot that's going on, but, you know, with everything that's been, you know, I guess setting people back this last several months when making all these, adaptations, just trying to be able to be normal as best as we can. It's, you know, you got to keep the nose to the grindstone. I think that's the only way to stay ahead of the curve.
Yep, absolutely. Well, you're not just busy in the world of country music, but, last time we talked, and I didn't know this before we did the interview, but you have a solar panel company that you own and employ several people at. And you make a whiskey that we took on as a show sponsor called Stockyard Whiskey. I still haven't got my bottle yet, but I would take one.
Hey, I'm definitely going to have to sing you one. I just got another batch that's going on right now. I was actually at the distillery
nice.
earlier today, so
yeah,
definitely excited about that.
That is awesome. So that's some good stuff, man. You got a lot of good things going on. And in the world of country music, too, man, you're making some really, really good country music.
I really appreciate that. I got quite a few projects I'm excited to tell you about that I'm working on, too.
Yep. Awesome. Well, can you tell me tonight? Hello?
Yeah, I definitely, the biggest thing that I want to be able to go over some of the things that I'm working on with some of these new singles.
Uh-huh.
I got a new one that is going to be coming out here. I'm making an announcement tomorrow, so
nice.
I'm looking forward to that. And I think just with everything that's been going on, to be able to have something that can just kind of bring people together, I'm really excited to see the response of it. So that's going to be a good one. And I also just cut a new single for Richard Petty as well, that I'm looking forward to releasing, I think towards the end of the year, probably around like December sometime. So it's a military song called The Faraway Soldier. And it's kind of, he has a foundation called Bikes for Kids. So to be able to have something that kind of, coincides with, children who have family members that are deployed, but then also something that's good for our military and also the NASCAR community. It was definitely a big honor being a independent up-and-coming artist.
That is awesome, man. Congratulations on all that. That's good stuff right there.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, last time we talked, and I looked at some of the videos that you put together on YouTube when you went to the CMA Awards. Any plans on going this year, or have you heard anything about how that show's going to go down? I haven't personally, but just kind of curious.
So this particular one coming up, this CMAs, they're not doing a crowd. What they're doing is they're making sure that they're keeping everybody socially remote. Okay. So they're doing stuff in like they're going to have, I guess, some performances going on, but everything else is going to be, in different locations, and they're pre-setting up all the recordings for all that. So It's actually the first year, to my knowledge, that there's not even going to be an audience.
Yeah, they did that here just a few weeks ago at the Billboard Music Awards. I watched some of that. Kelly Clarkson was hosting it, and she had a thing in her hand where she could push a button and make crowd noise, kind of like they're doing at the football games now. And
they're doing the football games with the crowd noise, and they're using cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, it's just still not the same, man. I mean, like, I'm a big, huge Kansas City Chiefs fan, and loudest stadium in the NFL is not that anymore. That thing can hold 74,000 people, and they're putting about 12 or 15 in there, so it's just not the same.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And I guess, all the people too, from what I saw, I don't know how it is in all the sports, but one of the things I noticed is I noticed in college ball there was cardboard cutouts of people with their pictures on it. Yeah. And I guess the people that are season ticket holders, they're still paying for their seats, so they give them the opportunity to put their picture in the seat that they normally would have. So I don't know how happy I'd be about that. But
yeah, I saw that too. I've got some friends that are season ticket holders that are sure missing going to the games, and everything. So yeah, it's just a totally different deal now. And what I was going to say too, leading into this, is I found out on the TV channel. I've been looking for some new entertainment to put on there, but they are doing shows at the Grand Ole Opry now. That it's called Saturday Night at the Grand Ole Opry, but they're only letting about 1,100 people into the Ryman Auditorium, and they're not necessarily doing them every week. Like last 2 weeks ago, they skipped a week, so I'm having to really and I subscribe to that on YouTube so that I would get alerts about it when a new episode comes out, but. It's different there too, They love seeing everybody's faces, but everybody's wearing masks, even in the theater and everything. It's just a different time that we live in now.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of adjustment, but I think that in due time things will level back out like they're supposed to, and we just got to kind of ride the wave. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly, and you've been very busy, like we talked about. Anyways, even without doing live performances, you're staying really, really busy. You're probably one of the lucky ones out there, that has been able to keep going and still making the great country music, man. And that's what I came back to radio for. I took a year and a half off here last year, and I got back into radio because of all this stuff that was going on. The music just never stopped, and and digital music sales is the next wave anyway. So if you can keep recording the music, people are going to keep buying the good stuff.
Correct. Yeah, I'm with you on that. That was something I was, like I said, super fortunate. With running my solar company down here, it gave me the stability. There were some slowdowns at the beginning during the whole pandemic situation, but we found a way through that pretty quick. Even with a mandatory 30-day shutdown in the state of Florida, we had that the first month, and the first 2 weeks were kind of just like this learning curve for us, because we were trying to figure out, how do we get in contact with people, so on and so forth, because people didn't want you, near them at all at that point when it was so new. Mm-hmm. But we were able to find other ways to set up appointments and do things remotely. And then with the music, I spent a lot of time during the last several months up until now really just focusing on my craft as a songwriter, coming up with a lot of new ideas. I charted down a lot of different concepts. I started writing just every day. I mean, I was always writing every day, but I was writing even more because I had more time on my hand outside of work. So to have that work, music balance, to be able to chase your passion and still be able to go up to Nashville and record was definitely a blessing. It was kind of hard and kind of weird at first because, even in the studio, the dynamic in there, wearing the masks, you can't really, I couldn't record with a mask on, obviously. So I was inside my booth. And the one thing that was good in the studio, we have different little, rooms, and they're soundproofed, and they have all the ends, and we got microphones that run into them with like a PA, so you can communicate and stuff like that with each other and put the headsets on and hear what's going on the track when you're going through the different charts. So it was definitely different, but I think it really put us all to the test as far as, bringing the true artistry back out.
Yeah.
And digging into our tool bags and finding just, discovering like little hidden gems and things like that. So it was fun at the same time.
That is awesome. I was talking about sports. I was watching a Monday night or a Sunday night football game here a while back, and Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth calling that, and they were wearing masks, calling the games. I had never seen that before. I don't think any of us ever had. And they made a statement about it, at the end of the game. They said, "We've been such good boys wearing these masks the whole time. We'll probably get lollipops after the game or something."
There you go.
So, and I have to do it in my line of work too. It's just a requirement. A lot of people hate it, but it's one thing you have to do if you want to keep your job. It's a requirement of our employment. What I do. And now, and I get to take that thing off when I'm doing the radio thing. I got a pop filter right here on my microphone, but that's as crazy as I get right now.
Sure. No, absolutely. And I think, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you this because it's a little bit different for you because you're in Florida, you're part of the time, and then Nashville part of the time. Your businesses are based in Florida. But now when you go to Nashville and everything kind of still shut down there music-wise, do you go there to relax and songwrite more, or do you have planned out weeks of meetings and all kinds of other stuff going on just to keep you super busy?
Yeah, so it's really just a constant, hustle and grind when I'm up there because, for example, like I go back up there next week and I'll go up on the 13th. I touch down there. I have a meeting with one of my buddies that's I'm working on a project for one of the songs I'm coming out with, so I got to go over some things with him. I got to go meet up with my team up there as well to go over the release of the upcoming single that's going to be coming out next week as well, and then I have to go over what we're doing in the weeks between now and the end of the year with the other music, and then I have a whole nother project that I just cut back in June, a whole nother EP. So that's, a whole nother project that's going to come out at the beginning of 2021. And then on Saturday, I have a fall festival. We actually have a fall festival. It's the first annual fall festival going on up in Lebanon, Tennessee. And it's me and 24 other acts. So, I mean, it's going to be a pretty high energy, day. It's going to be an early start, starting around 9 o'clock in the morning. And I go on in the afternoon between 4:30 and 5. Everybody's got 30-minute sets. So it's just going to be this really, heavy day full of music and acoustics and songwriters. So I'm excited to just be around a bunch of other songwriters and musicians that I don't know. And then also some of my buddies are going to be there that are musicians as well that are on the ticket. So to be able to just be in that space where we can have some normalcy again and do a real show is going to be a good time, and we're going to make some good memories doing it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I can't wait for something like that to, come back and hit here in this area. Me and Don Swartz in our chat room tonight, he's from Tennessee, and we've known each other for about 5 years, and that's what he does for a living is put together shows like that. And we've been talking about doing something like that back in the area that I'm in here in Branson, Missouri, because they would just eat up the kind of country music that you guys make, and you in particular, they would love you here. And
yeah, definitely. Hey, once things get to going, and get a little bit more, I guess, settled where you guys could put on an event or a festival, just give me a holler. I'm always down to come out to Branson and do a show, or do something where we have like a showcase with some other artists and stuff like that. I think it'd be a good time. And I think really where everything's at from my perspective, Tim, is just everybody's trying to really get back, and they miss being in that environment of, all these different artists playing some of their favorite songs, and then new artists that are on the uprise that, they get to, discover that music when they're at these events. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then you also got that culture of what I always liked about country festivals and just concerts in general was you go out there and you have a tendency to, meet people that you normally wouldn't meet, or you more or less wouldn't interact with, I guess, because it's just not in your bubble or your general area where you reside. So you meet new people, you make new friends, and by the end of the night, you all are singing the favorite lyrics of your favorite songs together, and it's just like becomes these little family traditions.
That is awesome. I love that, and we're on the same page there. We did an award show just outside of Nashville in a town called Eagleville, Tennessee, about 5 years ago. And
yes, sir.
We held it in an old Civil War plantation, and Don was a big part of that, putting that thing together. And we had the time of our lives, memories that we will never forget. And we had artists, like you said, that became really good friends and that are friends to this day, 5 years later. And a lot of them, signed up to do duets together, and perform somebody else's songs. Like we had Old Habits. Miranda Lambert originally did that as a duet. And I think Justin Moore maybe, or I can't remember exactly who did that with her. But, we did that with the indie artists. And, man, they just pulled that off so great. And, and some of those memories will just last. And like you said, the friendships, there's nothing like it. So we're thinking about doing an event like that. And the food is, having food vendors there and everything. We catered that event and brought in a bunch of good food. We took home so much food, brought it back here to Missouri, you couldn't believe. But I like to eat, can you tell?
Hey, listen, I'm 258 pounds of corn fed, so I get you.
There you go. Wash it down with some of that Stockyard whiskey, right?
Hey, that's it.
There you go. Well,
a little blue collar smaller in your mouth,
I tell you, one thing we're missing is the title of your next song that I'm going to play here in just a minute. It's called Smoky Bars and Guitars. We've been missing those too, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and it is starting to make a comeback here slowly in this area. Now they have opened up some of the theaters in Branson, and they're still doing the limited seating and the social distancing, kind of like they're doing at the Grand Ole Opry. But it's been really rough to see that they call this kind of Branson the live entertainment capital of the world because of how many theater seats we have here. And,
absolutely.
It's I'm sure glad about 3 years ago I was selling timeshare here, and I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore because I know that got shut down. So that was a tough way to make a living anyway for me. But I just don't vacation. I work and work and work like you. I never take any time off, so I hadn't been to all the places that I was talking about in the presentation.
Yeah.
If you haven't ever been on a cruise, you just got to get on one. That's what I'm wanting to do, something like that. And I've seen a lot of people. They do a Texas country music cruise. Some of the friends that I'm friends with every year, and Nathan Osmond, who is the favorite. He says the favorite nephew of Donnie and Marie Osmond. He got a gig on a cruise ship a couple of years ago. So,
nice.
A lot of good performances on there, too. I know there's got to be some really good performances on them live cruise ships. I would love to do that one of these days.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love being out on the cruise and just, being able to, when you're what they call, quote-unquote, at sea, and you're just hanging out, just stuff your face with the buffet line and going to comedy shows and listening to music and hanging out at the pool. And then next thing you know, you're docking up at a random island or the Bahamas or something like that. And, you get off for a few hours and you come back. It's just... And then you hit the casino, and hopefully you don't waste all your money.
Right. Now, when you're in Florida, do you perform a lot of shows there before COVID was really kicked in? Did you do a lot in Florida as far as shows, or most of it in Nashville?
Most of it was in Nashville. I had one show actually in Florida that I was able to pull off in 2020, which was my release party back in February at the Barn in Sanford. I did that for my Florida Man EP, which is where Smoky Bars and Guitars is on. And was a good turnout. And after that, my EP had dropped just a few days before. On the 18th, I had the show on the 22nd, and a week and a half later, you know, the COVID situation happened, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I never really got the rollout start that I had expected or had planned to do with that EP project. As far as doing shows, I had a bunch of other shows lined up between March and July, and then I had festivals. Dierks Bentley was doing his Seven Peaks Festival in Buena Vista. I had a bunch of people that I had met in the 2 previous years out there that were looking forward to seeing me out there, and then of course I was going to be going out there to try to network with some other artists to work my way, because that's one of the festivals I definitely want to get a chance to play on is Dierks' Seven Peaks Festival. It's a fun time out there. Everybody goes out on the Arkansas River and they go whitewater rafting. You got four-wheel and UTV riding out on the overlook out in the dunes, and then just music and food and teepees, and it's just a really cool vibe, and the lineups are always stellar. So just not being able to do that this year was kind of a bummer, because he had done it 2 years in a row, and I was looking forward for year 3 and just seeing that progress. And it was kind of like when I go to festivals now, or I go to different events as a musician, I'm looking at it in like, hey, I was here, when I wasn't on this level. I was here when I was just writing my first song. It kind of gives me these little benchmarks, and it just gives me these, it just gives me these moments in time where I can just, let it manifest and figure out what direction I'm trying to go, what my goals are. And I meet a lot of good people along the way, whether it's festival and concert goers and fans, or just artists themselves. And that's what it's all about, just building good relationships. And what I've missed over the last several months was I get a lot of people now that, like you said, I'm so active on my social media platforms, and they're looking at it and they're like, man, you're so authentic. You stay true to yourself, and you were messing with us when we were in the crowd with you, and you were just in the crowd with us. And they watched my music from the ground up, and that's the coolest feeling in the world, is to see people that are part of that journey and that establishment of your brand and yourself as an artist. And it really motivates me. But I haven't had any shows other than that in Florida. Everything else has been up in Nashville, between Lebanon, or I did a show a couple weeks ago in Portland by the Kentucky border at a pub. And then I have a few shows coming up between now and the end of the year. Like I said, I have the festival that's next week in Lebanon at the Fall Festival, and then I have a show coming up in Hickston, Georgia, for a veterans Toys for Tots, kind of like a Christmas festival. We're going to do a Nashville-style Writers Round acoustic, and then we're supposed to be doing a show that evening in Kerrigan's Lounge over in Vidalia, Georgia, like 10 minutes around the corner. And then I have another show in South Carolina the day before on the 4th. So just trying to get whatever I can get between now and the end of the year, and hopefully 2021 will be a much better opportunity for all of us songwriters and artists out there.
Oh, absolutely. We can't wait. I hope so too. You talked about earlier, you said Florida supporters, and I'll tell you one who's one of probably your biggest supporter is your dad, man. His name's Kevin, and he called me up right after we did our first interview, and I didn't know who it was. I just seen the number was from Florida, and so I answered. Usually I don't take those kind of calls because somebody's wanting some money. No, it's not that. But anyway, I answered the phone, and we just had the nicest visit, talked for almost an hour, and he's a genuine nicest man, and he truly believes in his son, and pushing his career into country music, and he is a big supporter of yours for sure. Yeah,
he's it's cool because my dad has such a wide, vast knowledge of music. It's fun now. He taught me everything I knew when I was growing up. His vinyl collection would blow your mind. Wow. And it's just like having so much exposure to so much music, but so many different genres of music. I mean, it wasn't just one style. It was everything from oldies to Motown to just jazz and classic soul and R&B to classic rock to and it was. I guess that was one thing that I was always super thankful from him was he just really diversified me. And I think that when I started to pursue the music in country music as a songwriter and as an artist on this level, then I was able to kind of have these moments in time where I could look back on the different influences from other genres that kind of shaped my perspective and added to my creativity.
Okay.
And I think that helped me a lot as a writer.
That's awesome, and I ask this question a lot, so I'm going to ask it to you for the folks that didn't hear our first interview. With all of these genres that you've got, that you can draw from, why did you pick country music as the genre that you wanted to push your career towards?
Yeah, I think the main reason, there's always this thing. One of my guitar coaches, he was Jeff Bowen. He always told me, it was funny when we started. He was like, man, you need to, you're going to be swimming with the big fish up there in Nashville. And he was like, you're got to dive in. And he was like, I'm not going with you. I'm not holding your hand. He's like, you're going to go up there and you're going to play with the best of the best. And you got to make a name for yourself. And he said, ultimately, you got to stand and swim in your own pond. And that really resonated with me because it gave me this opportunity to realize that, why am I really doing country music, like you just said, is as a songwriter, I love just being able to paint pictures and tell stories. Out of all the genres of music, country music is by far the staple of storytelling. And so to be able to have that opportunity to do that, that's one of the reasons. The other reason, when I listen, there's one thing I always learned, and this, I guess, was kind of playing in sports throughout my life too, but I think people so often want to do certain things because they want to keep up with Joneses or the status quo. Yeah. They want to do what's relevant. And I realize that, I've had many people that have influenced me throughout my life, family and friends. They've always said, hey, what are you passionate about? Who are you? Do you really know who you are? And I know in country music, another main reason why I pursued it was because I know as a baritone vocalist, it's not that I couldn't sing other genres of music. It's the fact that I know that my voice, the style, the grit, and just the register that I have, that I'm able to hit with certain notes and certain keys, that it suits me. It gives me a pocket where I have a good resonation, I have a good tone, but at the same time, I'm able to share those stories and really get deeper in the lyrics, really engage with people. I think also country music is by far probably the one genre where it's more of a family. Yep. I think a lot of other genres like pop, hip hop, R&B, rock and roll, there's a lot of, they might have larger bases of fans compared to country music as a genre, but across the globe and in the United States. However, they don't have the same family synergy and camaraderie.
Yeah.
And I think you get that in country music, and that's something that's meaningful for me because, I was an only child, I am an only child. And being an only child, I was always around my friends. And my friends, boys, guys and gals, they've always been like my brothers and sisters. And I feel that parallel in country music. My songwriter buddies, my studio musicians, producers, just anybody I meet, and then of course the fans themselves. It's like this just continuing, growing family every show after show, and it's fun to watch and it's fun to be a part of.
Yep. As you're saying that, I'm thinking about that event you talked about that's coming up in Lebanon, Tennessee. You're going to be with 24 other folks in that. You're going to make friends out of that, man. You're going to probably find people you're going to want to co-write with and do all kinds of neat stuff with. Because you're right. It is a family. It's like nothing I've ever seen. And I'm nobody, and I've got almost 5,000 Facebook friends from doing this, 13,000 followers on Twitter. and I don't even hardly tweet it anymore, and I let the president handle that, but he can take care of that. But, it's a family, and it's a small family when you really get into it as far as the indie artists. It's just like tonight, the first interview that I had, Chemo Forrest, we were talking about him, and I didn't know he played with John Michael Montgomery and some of those guys. I knew he played with Alabama and that, but, you just don't know who you're going to meet along this journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's good stuff. Let's play a song now called Smoky Bars and Guitars. You write this one?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, it's a hit, man. I love it. And then we'll come back and talk just a little bit more. We got about 8 more minutes, and I want to find out about your social media and let all the fans find you and find your music. But this is Brandon Bing on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, Denver.
Thursday night, my boys rolling the spot. Parked in the grass at the barn parking lot. Hopping out the trucks with our hats in hand. Strutting in our Wranglers as our boots were dragging. Drop a 10 and grab a ticket. Slide to the bar, yeah, it's time to kick it. Grab a drink, what do you say? Down the hatch with it, yeah, it's time to party. Smoky bars and guitars, 6 strings and marble menthols, PBRs and wild turkey shots, smoking neon lights in this honky tonk bar. Cowboys, cowgirls sliding around. Boots are knocking hard while they're putting it down. Shot girls walking all around the room, shuffling Daisy Dukes and cowgirl boots. Drop 3 ones and grab a tube. After a stockyard shot, that boy's coming for you. Spin around, tap her rhinestone belt, pull her tight, kiss her, yeah, make her melt. Smoky bars and guitars, 6 strings and marble menthols, PBRs and wild turkey shots, smoking neon lights in this honky tonk bar. Smoke haze drifting all around the room. Her touch and kiss, he feels it too. Tangled up like a New Year's night love. Oh yeah, smoky bars and guitars, 6 strings and marble menthols, PBRs and wild turkey shots, smoking neon lights in this honky tonk bar. I said, smoking neon lights in this honky tonk bar.
Oh, man, that's a very upbeat song. It is Smoky Bars and Guitars. Mr. Brandon Bing live with us. And again, something that we miss in a lot of venues, man. We're hoping they come back soon. Some of them already are in the area that we're in. Springfield and Branson, Missouri, slowly bringing back the shows. We know Nashville's doing a few things now, and we hope that just continues. But I know you miss the live shows, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you got a new song that we're going to play here in just a minute called Back in the Woods. It's D.A. in the Woods, so I like that. Tell me this, though. Are you a big avid deer hunter? You must be to write that song.
Yeah, so like for me, it's funny. I go hunting a lot with my buddies and things like that. I prefer, bow hunting. I don't mind, going gun hunting as well. But the thing is, I'm more of a hog hunter. And my buddies, they love going deer hunting, so I wind up going with them most of the time. Climb up in a tree, and I'll never forget it. But I was sitting in my climber, and my buddy and I were out there watching just the moon phase and stuff, and we were figuring out like the path that these deer were moving. And I was like, man, he's like, oh, that buck's gonna come over here. I'm like, well, it kind of diverted this way. So anyway, make a long story short, I wound up sitting in the tree with him for the morning hunt. Well, it comes around like 11 o'clock, and instead of getting down, we sat there. So he sat like, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 yards away from me in his climber. I'm in mine. He sends me a text message. He's like, you want to get lunch? Or I was like, you know what, let's just sit. So we sat the longest we've ever sat in a tree, and we were there for like 16 or 17 hours straight.
Wow.
Like, it was a ridiculously long day, and didn't get down at all, didn't get food, didn't go to the bathroom. It was, I don't know how we did it, but we were waiting for the deer to come back, and it never did. But when I was sitting in that tree, I just had nothing else to do, so I just popped out my phone, and I started just thinking of ideas in my head, and I started writing that song, and I wrote this song in that tree that day. And it was just, trying to paint that story and that picture of what it's like when you get out there in the woods, first thing in the morning or the evening, and every process and every step from when you are sourcing out the deer to when you make the shot to going back to the check station all the way to the end, and just that celebration with your family, that you're harvesting that deer, and it's like, something that you got to share with your family. You brought food home, put meat in the freezer, got a rack on the wall, and you celebrated one of God's creations. So that's where it came from.
I saw another indie artist that we play, and Shelly in the chat room, she'll know him specifically well, Mr. Adam Grant. Shot a trophy this week in the state of Georgia, and he's posting all the time, just see, he loves the process of it too, from the deer plots to planting all that, to putting up your deer stands, the whole 9 yards. And I had an ex-brother-in-law that did it, and we had 60 acres of family land down in Oklahoma, and he had 19 deer stands on that 60 acres, so he was big into it too.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, you could kill a deer from anywhere on that property. And, yep. And the only time that and I'm not a bow hunter because I lost an eye doing that when I was 12 years old, literally. So I'm not doing that, but freaking you out. He didn't know that story.
No, you're going to have to tell me that sometime.
Yeah. But I had a gun, and the best shot I had at a doe, I could have took her. He says, just take anything you want. I got a tag for both. But her two fawns came in right behind her, and I couldn't take their mama right in front of them. So I was like, nope, that was my only chance at a deer, and I've never killed one to this day. So,
wow.
But yeah, it's a neat sport, and I love to just go out there and sit in the deer blinds and watch them. Me and my daughter used to do that all the time in Oklahoma on that land. So,
oh yeah,
it's a blast. And that shows just, again, how down-to-earth you are as a person, as an indie artist, love the country music, love nature and all of that. Man, you guys are just so down-to-earth. That's what we love about you and doing these interviews, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you always having me on here. It's just, like I said, this is the second time, but it's family from the first conversation, and I just feel like, as everything's going to continue to grow, being able to catch back up with you and just share what I got in the works and what, catch up with what you got going on too with the show.
Oh, yeah.
It's just always cool to see all that progress.
It is, man. And I'll tell you, and I was going to say this earlier, it can happen fast when it happens. And, maybe you hung out with these guys at the CMA Awards before, but, just a few years ago, Chris Stapleton was in the household name, and he cleaned it up a couple of years ago at the CMA Awards. And then here just recently, a guy that, come along by the name of Luke Combs, just and has hit stardom just in a little bit of time. So when it happens, man, it can happen fast, huh?
Yeah, I remember seeing him first time at the CMA Fest when he was doing a little fan experience, and then, it's like next time I know I saw him in South Dakota meeting up. I met up with him at a show there, and then I see him at the Red Rocks and a couple of CMAs, back to back, and just kind of cut up, after the award show at the after parties, at the Sony after parties. And it's just like watching that progress from him as well, seeing where he grew as an artist and seeing all the different accolades and awards that he got from his music, and it's just like crazy how fast it happens. I mean, it's been 3-4 years for him as well, you know, and it just seems to be you get that one, and then the next just like snowballs with it.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I feel the same can happen to you, my friend, and all that hard work of traveling from Florida to Tennessee and back and forth, you know, that's eventually going to pay off for you, man, because you are one of the hardest working artists I've interviewed.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I really do.
Absolutely. Well, keep your music going, and we sure will keep playing it. We appreciate the time tonight, but before you go, tell us where folks can find you on social media.
Yeah, if everybody goes on to Facebook or Instagram, I'm under Brandon Bing Music, Twitter under The Hoss Music, and then, of course, on YouTube as well, Brandon Bing Music. All my music's on Spotify, iTunes, all streaming platforms, so you can find it anywhere there. And got a bunch of new music, and hopefully get some fun shows coming up in 2021, and you know, just appreciate you having me on here as well, Tim.
You betcha. Hey, and before the season's over, maybe you'll get you a big old house with a rack on it. And
hey, that would be nice. Hey, if we do that, we're going to have to hop on here again. I got a 10'2" gator a month and a half ago.
Is that right? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, yep. Hey, you know, I had an alligator for the first time. Johnny Morris that owns Bass Pro, you know, it's headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri.
Oh,
and
nice.
He's got a restaurant down in Branson that he just opened up, and man, great seafood, and I got to eat alligator for the first time. I wasn't scared at all, man. That thing didn't bite me, but I sure bit into it.
Hey, it tastes just like chicken, right?
Yeah, it does, pretty much. Yep. A $14.50 appetizer of chicken, but okay. No, it's some good stuff. I like alligators, so yeah, they can be had.
That's awesome.
Yep. Well, we appreciate the time again tonight, and come back and do this again anytime, man. You got something new you want to promote? We are the place.
Hey, appreciate it, Tim. Thanks so much. Take care.
You bet. Brandon Bing, this is his latest single, Back in the Woods, on Today's Country, KICR, Indie Country Radio, radiodenver.com.
Black ash, tall pines, grass trails, and in piles, palmettos, thick brush, mosquitoes, cypress swamps, deer prints, tree scrapes. Hell yeah, yeah. It's just another one of them good old hunting days. Boys getting all together for another trailblaze. It's a forest revival, an hallelujah. Rattlesnakes, thick muck, dragonflies, and tall brush, alligators, black bear, bobcats, I'm there. One shot, lights on, found the game, drag home. It's just another one of them good old hunting days. Boys getting all together for another trailblaze. It's a forest revival. Hallelujah, praise. Because we're chasing in whitetail to pave our way. It's a once-a-year season and we get the itch. And by the time it's done, we can't wait for it again. Family and friends coming over to feast again. It's time to celebrate the catch and get drunk off your feet. Moonlight, soft glow, down the trail I go. Check station, take a pic, tag out, outlet, section up, throw on ice, load a truck, ride out tonight. It's just another one of them good old hunting days. Boys getting all together for another trailblaze. It's a forest revival, an hallelujah, praise. Because we're chasing in whitetail to pave our way. It's a
This hour of Today's Country with Tim Kelly is sponsored by Stockyard Whiskey. Built on a dream, aged for 25 years, and not for the faint of heart. Stockyard embodies the select few who believe in hard work and relish in the opportunity to take a step back to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Don't take our word. Grab a bottle now and savor high-level whiskey at its finest. Go to stockyardwhiskey.com.
Another hour of the best in New Country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I park my heart in a tollway zone. When things get hard, I just want to get stoned with nobody around. Watch me drown. If I'm gonna fall apart, I don't need a crowd. So mind your own business, I gotta witness everything here's just fine. Don't be worried that I'm in a hurry to finish this bottle of wine. Yeah, I know you're gonna probably call mama. If you do, let her know I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home. I'm doing good for the shape I'm in. Been here before, Lord knows I'll be here again, pouring them tall where there's no last call. Me and my four-legged friends all having a ball. So mind your own business, I gotta witness everything here is just fine. Don't be worried that I'm in a hurry to finish this bottle of wine. Yeah, I know you're gonna probably call mama. If you do, let her know I ain't drinking alone. Be off the wagon, but as long as the tails are wagging, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. So mind your own business, I gotta witness everything here's just fine. Don't be worried that I'm in a hurry to finish this bottle of wine. Call mama, if you do, let her know I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home. No, I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home.
That is the latest single from Tara Thompson. You can check out the video to it on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. It is called My Dogs Are Home. That is a fun little drinking song. And since the third hour is sponsored by a whiskey company, Stockyard Whiskey, I think that is very appropriate. I like to drink a little whiskey now and then, just maybe not while I'm on the radio. We want this third hour to get pulled off right, don't we? Well, we're going to do that. I'm going to push play a lot, and I'm going to play the best in New Country for the third and final hour. So welcome to it. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is on the air. We are streaming live right now on Spreaker. That is SPREAKER.com. We are also syndicated on KUHSdenver.com. This show will play over there Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. Central. Then I'll be back live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time. And 2 more great interviews. You got to tune in tomorrow night as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, I've had a lot of fun playing this gentleman's brand new single. It is fantastic. He's our good buddy from Gilmer, Texas. His name is Darren Morris with the Darren Morris Band. His latest single is called I Will, and I will be playing it a lot on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Baby, why you all alone, sipping on that lonely drink, staring at your telephone, waiting on his call? Looks like you could use a laugh to fire up that pretty smile. I can go and tip the band to play your song. I don't pretend And to know him in the end, all I'm saying is if he don't wanna bring you flowers, and if he won't lay around for hours on a Sunday when you wanna just chill, baby, I will, baby, I will. And if he can't hurry up and take you out to slow dance, I hope you know I wanna, girl, if he ain't gonna love you with a love that's real, baby, I will. We could slip into a corner booth, get out of this rowdy crowd. I wanna hear your pretty voice. Tell me all about your hometown and your mama, your friends and all their drama. You've got my attention, you don't need him. Cause if he don't wanna bring you flowers, and if he won't lay around for hours on a Sunday when you wanna just chill, baby, I will, baby, I will. And if he can't hurry up and take you out to slow dance, I hope you know I want him, girl, if he ain't gonna love you with a love that's real, yeah, baby, I will, baby, I will. He don't make you go ooh like he used to. He don't make you go ooh like he used to. If he don't wanna bring you flowers, and if he won't lay around for hours on a Sunday when you wanna just chill, baby, I will, baby, I will. And if he can't hurry up and take you out to slow dance, I hope you know I want him, girl, if he ain't gonna love you with a love that's real, yeah, baby, I will, baby, I will.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Grant, and you're listening to Today's Country with my good buddy Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country and KUHSdenver.com.
Hey, I'm country.
There ain't nothing like you and me, baby. Lying on the creek bank just being lazy. The full moon shining through the trees, just maybe we can stay, baby, all night long, loving like crazy. So baby, take your time. Can feel your heart beating next to mine. As the sun goes down, oh, just let it fade. And stay, baby, all night long, loving like crazy. Let me let me hold you like you've never been. Love is meant to be every now and then. So stay, baby, all night long, loving like crazy. Like you've never been. True love is meant to be every now and then. So stay, baby, all night long. Stay, baby, all night long. Loving like crazy. Loving like crazy.
Loving his music like crazy. That's our good friend Mr. Adam Grant from the state of Georgia. We were talking about him in the interview too. You should see the size of the deer he got this last week. It was fantastic. And I don't even deer hunt. I was impressed with that one. It was amazing. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to what he's got going on musically. He is the man, my good buddy, Mr. Adam Grant. Another artist that we're getting ready to play is a great artist as well. He's a former American Idol contestant. You can check out the video to this latest single on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. His name is Tyler Booth, and this is called Long Comes a Girl on Today's Country. From KICR, Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
You see the bopper dropping while you're popping the top on a cold beer, and you bust through the mud in your old truck in low gear. It's shotguns, bird dogs, buddies, and 12-ounce curls. Along comes a girl. You're spitting and swearing in the jeans you've been wearing for 2 weeks. Paycheck, weekend, hardcore, drinking and no sleep. Playing by the rules you made in a country boy's world. Along comes a girl. You're losing track of time on a front porch swing, writing love songs in your 6-string. And she ain't lighting up your phone, you just let it ring. She got you falling like a star from the bluegrass sky, tripping on a kiss on a Friday night, hiding in the clouds with her on a midnight high. Along comes a girl. Never thought you'd be breaking an iron out on a new shirt, or singing along to I Saw the Light in an old church, let alone taking out a 20-year-long
tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSDenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
What if schools weren't divided by in and out crowds? Beauty on the inside shined on the out, and all kids ever had to worry about was growing up. What if bullies didn't prey on the small and the weak? Bullets weren't a way for the evil to speak, and nobody ever had a need or reason to run. What if size didn't matter and looks didn't mean everything? Maybe hearts wouldn't have to shatter if hate didn't put down dreams. How bad does it have to get? How many have to fall before we make this world where one love fits all? What if we all accepted each other's ways, reached out and respected each other's fate? Wonder how many lives we could have saved if we did. What if grace was the future and greed was the past? Hope was a given and hurt didn't last. We never used words we wish we could take back again. What if size didn't matter and looks didn't mean everything? Maybe hearts wouldn't have to shatter if hate didn't put down dreams. How bad does it have to get? How many have to fall before we make this world where one love fits all? What if size didn't matter and looks didn't mean everything? Maybe hearts wouldn't have to shatter if hate didn't put down dreams. How bad does it have to get? How many have to fall before we make this world where, when we make this world where, can we make this world where one love fits all? One love fits all.
Her name is Dawn Ricks. That is R-I-X, and that is her latest single. It is called One Love Fits All. She'll be interviewed by yours truly on November the 13th at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time like we always do, and I will be talking to Dawn Ricks, and we'll ask her all about that great motivational song, One Love Fits All. We need that one in today's world. It is fantastic, and she's got a fantastic picture on a big old sign in Nashville by Nashville Sign Company. So she's been posting that all over social media as well. Congratulations to Dawn Ricks and what she has going on in the world of country music. Next up is Mr. Jaden Hamilton. Video to this one on ICTV. This is called Long Night Letting Go on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSDenver.com, playing new country's best.
Well, how do you unkiss somebody? How do you forget that taste? How do you delete that smile and burn that file till there ain't no trace? How do we unrank those shots and tuck my hand and found yours under the table? How do you unsay, hey, let's get out of this place? Well, baby, we're just bottle rockets in this 5th of July town. And that old moon is dropping, and we're gonna have to come back down. I don't wanna waste no time. If we gotta say goodbye, do it slow and make it a long night letting go. Well, how did I get tangled up when there ain't no strings attached? How do you unmake love, undo that drug? It don't work like that. You can't unstart that match. Cause baby, we're just bottle rockets in this 5th of July town. And that old moon is dropping, and we're gonna have to come back down. I don't wanna waste no time. If we gotta say goodbye, do it slow and make it a long night letting go. Well, baby, we're just bottle rockets in this 5th of July town. And that old moon is dropping, and we're gonna have to come back down. Baby, let's just do this right. We can hold each other tight until we don't. Until we don't. It's gonna be a long night letting go and make it a long night letting go.
Today's country.
I wanna be the one to love you, but you still got a little Dallas on your boots. Today's country.
Give me 3 shots of Jaeger and I'll start to hate her, and then you'll know the party is on.
We got the hits. All the hits. All the hits. Today's country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Honky-tonks and cantinas, I feel right at home in either. Long necks and tequila can make a bad memory gone. A two-stepping senorita can walk into your heart and heal you. Honky-tonks and cantinas, my other home away from home. You can get a little sideways listening to George Strait and how he's just a troubadour. Or hear the mariachis play sad songs about yesterday. She don't love you anymore. Honky-tonks and cantinas, I feel right at home in either. Long necks and tequila can make a bad memory gone. A two-stepping senorita can walk into your heart and heal you. Honky-tonks and cantinas, my other home away from home. having rounds flirting with the waitress till that neon moon is gone. Honky-tonks and cantinas, I feel right at home in either. Long necks and tequila can make a bad memory gone. A two-stepping senorita can walk into your heart and heal you. Honky-tonks and cantinas, my other home away from home. Honky-tonks and cantinas, my other home away from home.
Tony Corrales from the Tony Corrales Band. TCB Country is where you can find him on Twitter. And Honky Tonks and Cantinas. Boy, we sure miss hanging out in those since this COVID stuff started. We're ready to get back to that. That was my home away from home, too. No, this is my home down here in the basement on Thursday and Friday nights. Hey, join me again tomorrow, Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll be live right here again on Spreaker.com, and two more great radio interviews scheduled for tomorrow. Mr. Roger Springer and Miss Ariel Hutchins. That's going to be a good show right there. If you haven't heard their music, you will tomorrow night. You're absolutely going to love it. And the stories behind the songs. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Matt Stell is up next. Video to this one on ICTV. This is called Everywhere But On. It is on Today's Country, KICR, Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
It's a big old world outside this little town. Thought that's all I needed to drown you out. It was gonna be easy. It was supposed to be easy. Put some days, put some miles in the rear view. A few state lines between me and you. Just a little space and time and I'd be fine. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I've moved everywhere but on. My mail still going to mama's house, 'cause I'm still long gone trying to figure out who I am without you. Why I still think about you. Just biding my time, making ends meet. Loading trucks, pouring coffee, pouring concrete. Planning my next move, but getting over you. Yeah. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. If I had it my way, this old highway would've fixed me up somehow, would've led me home by now. I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. Looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. I moved everywhere but on.
country tunes on the radio.
Get it. Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country. New country.
Sometimes when I'm alone, I get deep in thought. I think about the hard times, all the battles that I fought. But when I think about the good times, back when I was young, was really then I'd realize it was where it all begun. I would listen to the outbreak every Saturday night, soaking in the music. It sounded oh so right. They would sing the song so pretty, and every word would rhyme. Every note was perfect, each and every time. I fell in love with music, and I know it's true. Fell in love with music, but didn't have a clue. Falling in love with music was something you could bear. Falling out of love with music, something I ain't seen yet. As a boy, I listened to Waylon, Haggard, Jones, and Street. Couldn't get enough Kershaw, Rabbit, Cash, and Black. Sounds of great music was something I never lacked. Listen to the legends, will always take you back. I fell in love with music, and I know it's true. Fell in love with music, but didn't have a clue. Falling in love with music was something you could bear. Falling out of love with music, something I ain't seen yet. Fell in love with music, and I know it's true. Fell in love with music, but didn't have a clue. Falling in love with music was something you could bear. Falling out of love with music, something you ain't seen yet. Fell in love with music, and I know it's true. Fell in love with music, didn't have a clue. Falling in love with music was something you could bear. Falling out of love with music, something I ain't seen yet.
The artist on that is Michael Wayne Dill. It is called Fell in Love with Music. Boy, I sure have, and specifically country music. You can check out the video to Fell in Love with Music, which was written by my good buddy in radio, Mr. Rob Charles from Little Rock, Arkansas on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. You can hear Rob doing his little radio thing on the voice of that as well. Absolutely love it. Mr. Cody Hibbert is a gentleman I'm falling in love with his music as well. He is from Adair, Oklahoma. This is called Just for the Record from Cody Hibbert on Today's Country from KICR. Also syndicated on KUHSdenver.com, playing new country spec.
Just for the record, the reason you ain't heard from me is I've been trying to find the right words, and it ain't been easy. Just for the record, I know it's long overdue, but I gotta get this off my chest the only way I know how to. Yeah, girl, this one's for you. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Just for the record, I wouldn't take back one kiss, I wouldn't change one thing about you, wouldn't undo one thing we did. I know all that don't matter now, you got your life all figured out, and I'm just out here on the road with a bottle of Jack and a guitar, singing to no one. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. So I don't forget about your blue eyes and how it feels to live with my regrets. Some songs are meant for a midnight drive, some songs are meant for a country crowd, some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Yeah, yeah, just for the record.
Because there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I got that ripped jean attitude, probably ain't too good for you. Your mama said to stay away from me, but baby, love is blind. Stop trying to read my mind. I know you think you're in control, but soon you'll walk the line. Kiss me in the dark and tell me things you never told to no one else. You ignore the signs, look into my eyes. I'll tell you things that you didn't know about yourself. Moonshine dancing, sweet romancing, take you all the places that you shouldn't go. I promise I'm no cheater. shouldn't go. I promise I'm no cheater, I'm no liar, but you should know. I got that rip gene attitude, probably ain't too good for you. Your mama said to stay away from me, but baby, love is blind. Stop trying to read my mind. I know you think you're in control, but soon you'll fall in line. I'm a troublemaker, wreaking havoc like a hurricane. I'm a troublemaker, raising hell, that's my middle name. Moonshine dancing, sweet romancing, I'll take you all the places that you shouldn't go. I promise I'm no cheater, I'm no liar, but you should know. I got the rip gene attitude, probably ain't too good for you. Your mama said to stay away from me, but baby, love is blind. Stop trying to read my mind. I know you think you're in control, but soon you'll fall in line. I'm a troublemaker, wreaking havoc like a hurricane. I'm a troublemaker, raising hell, that's my middle name. I'm a troublemaker, troublemaker. I'm a troublemaker.
Oh, that's probably my theme song right there. The latest single from Peyton Howie. That is called Troublemaker, and it is fantastic. I'll tell you what, love that song, even though it is about me, I'll tell you. Mr. Randall King is up next. Great Texas artist. Video to this one on ICTV. It is called Hey Cowgirl on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Hey cowgirl, with your hat down low, ribbons on, pretty hair blowing in the wind. Oh, where you been and where are you going? Well, I bet you got your radio on, and you've lived every word of that George Strait song that's playing. You know the one, Amarillo by morning. You'll always be the queen in that rodeo crowd, whatever cowboy leaves dreaming about. They love the way you shine, give anything to hold you tight, but they know they'll never get that chance tonight. Hey cowgirl, hey cowgirl, is there someone alone still waiting for that call on the phone that ain't coming? 'Cause you're still running. You'll always be the queen in that rodeo crowd, whatever cowboy leaves dreaming about. They love the way you shine, give anything to hold you tight, but they know they'll never get that chance tonight. Hey cowgirl, you'll always be the queen in that rodeo crowd, whatever cowboy leaves dreaming about. They love the way you shine, give anything to hold you tight, but they know they'll never get that chance tonight. Hey cowgirl, I bet you got a long drive. Well, good luck and goodbye.
Have you been injured in an accident or assaulted by some very loud music that comes out of your radio? If so, call the...
Skip ad. More nonstop country. Now.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio. New Country's best.
Be a cowboy, a shadow in the sunset. That's why I started smoking cigarettes. I used to wanna be a cowboy. I used to wanna be Elvis, drive a pink Cadillac car. That's why I learned to play the guitar. I used to wanna be Elvis. There's a lot of things I used to wanna do till I met you. Now I wanna be honest. Now I wanna be better. Now I wanna be the me I should have been when we were together. I wanna be at least almost close to worth your love. I wanna be who you thought I used to want to join the circus and hang around with the freak show. Wish I'd learned to walk a tightrope. I used to want to join the circus. Used to want to stay 18. I used to want an Airstream with a lawn chair tumbleweed view. Now I just want you. And I want to be honest. Now I want to be better. I want to be the me I should have been when we were together. I want to be at least almost close to worth your love. I want to be who you thought I There's a lot of things I used to want to be till you stopped loving me. Now I want to be steady. I want to be forever. Now I want to be the me I could have been when we were together. I want to be at least almost close to worth your love. I want to be who you thought I was. Yeah, I want to be who you thought I was.
Her name is Brandy Clark. That is her latest single. It is called Who You Thought I Was, and a great video to that one to check out on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight. I want to thank R.T. Johnson and Mr. Brandon Bing for joining me live on the show tonight. Go check out their music on social media and purchase it. They are fantastic. Tomorrow night, 2 more great interviews. Mr. Roger Springer and Miss Ariel Hutchins will join me. We hit the airwaves, as always, at 7 p.m. Central Time, right here on Spreaker. That is Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Join us in our live chat room, and we'll have a Friday night party tomorrow night. It will be a lot of fun. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Check us out on Facebook at Tim Kelly Productions. Give us a like there, and we will like you right back. I will see you tomorrow night on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio.
back to high school, gym floor.